We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Kyle Hendricks, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point early in this one here today.
Here's the second baseman, Kolten Wong. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Payoff pitch one more time. Right side, fair ball down the line. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do every time. He wastes a lot of pitches, makes the pitcher work, then to cap it off, he drives one for a double. That might be one of the best at-bats we'll see all game long.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Sent on the ground out to second. Happ brings it in. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, if you're pitching, you better look out for Yadier Molina. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
Changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals 0. Cubs coming to bat. You're watching Major League. Luke Weaver, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. First pitch of the at bat. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, dropping their last game. Now they find themselves at 500 again. They got to find a way to get on a hot streak. You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of the season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
3-0 to him now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away. Here's Ben Zobrist now, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely one player to keep your eye on right now. Now the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey, the leadoff man wasn't able to do his job, but the number 2 hitter came through right there with the single, setting the table for the big boys.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a ball 1-0. Zobrist, base runner at first with 1 out. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fastball down near the shoe tops. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Rizzo carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Throws him with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
That's in there. Base hit. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Hey, D-Roll, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
In now, Kyle Schwarber. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Into the bleachers and gone. A 3-run shot down the line in left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Yeah, these guys came into this game with a plan, and they've executed it really well at the dish. They've been very aggressive, and that aggressiveness has put them up by 4 early on. What a great start.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
Into the box, Addison Russell. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. The windup and the 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
4 runs here in this half inning. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But 4 runs score in the inning. 3. Here's Matt Carpenter. He has no prior history against this pitcher. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
As an offense right here, 4-0. You can't let that get away from you. You're a grand slam from tying this one up. Everyone take a deep breath and just start getting some guys on base.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Jed Jerko. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike. And now a pitch on the way. Soft liner to the right side. And this will get taken in at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Now at the plate, Yadier Molina. And check out the recent numbers. Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now. Looped over toward first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. He's set to lead off the home half of the 2nd.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And this is taken in by Fowler for the 1st out.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. 0-1. Here's the pitch. A swinging bunt up the 3rd baseline. And that's the 2nd out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Striding in once again, Ian Happ. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. This year against right-handed pitching, Happ is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
His batting average right now certainly signifies that this guy is having a great year. I'm very interested to see how this guy finishes up.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two and 2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Toward the dugout. Did he catch it? He did. What a play there to end the inning. The next to bat for St. Louis, Jose Martinez. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
So he got him swinging. Jose Martinez is retired to kick off the inning. A high fastball is in there.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away. Here's Kolten Wong now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, that was 8 straight up until that base hit right there. Let's see if the offense gets something rolling.
He's set and the pitch. And that one just missed outside. Wong is off at first with 2 away. Throw over to first, and the runner back easily. 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. And the changeup is way low that time. 2 out with the man at first. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Zobrist waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Cards leave 1. They're down 4-0. Ready for another chance? Ben Zobrist as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these 2 teams sit in relation to one another. Digging in for his second at-bat, Chris Bryant. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low apparently. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the changeup just missed the inside corner.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Cut fastball is in for his strike 2-1. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And a cut fastball comes in a bit tight. It's ball 4.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Digging in to try it again, Anthony Rizzo. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Behind 0-2 now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Kyle Schwarber. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
A runner on first with 2 away. Turned on down the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tommy Pham. We begin the top of the 4th.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Almora is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. No balls and 1 strike. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. This is foul right side. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Hit hard on the ground to second. Happ picks it up. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
So coming to the plate, Matt Carpenter. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Right side. Happ scoops it up. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Wilson Contreras.
First offering on its way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Cubs right now, they're looking for base runners. Hey, they'd love to get a leadoff walk.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Martinez is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Addison Russell. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's a tough pitch to throw right there. That front door curveball. Just missed hitting that inside corner. That's a very difficult pitch. I'm not sure if he wanted to get that one down and away, and unfortunately that one stayed inside.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Look into Molina. Now the 1-1. Swing and a line drive. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Albert Almora. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Almora with an even count, 2-2. 4 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2. But when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one. That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Bounce to first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to hunt. Digging in, Jed Jerko hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Drilled down the line. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to Rizzo is a low one, but Anthony able to bail out his man with a nice save there. Well done. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Pretty much an obligatory take that time.
Yeah, when the first 2 guys in the inning make first pitch outs.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Down go the Redbirds on a mirror. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. There's a line drive, and he's swinging it as good as anyone, folks. The streak will continue. He's got a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Don't you think about that? You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
Runners off for second. Ground ball right side. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. Throw won't get him.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. Must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued 0-0.
Here goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Looking at his career totals, Bryant begins play with a slugging percentage north of .525. Certainly a line he can take pride in. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. Norris, 33 years old. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Digging in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Line hard, but this will be a foul ball. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And it's gone into the bleachers. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got. A really bad result.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 1-0 the count. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Stopped on the slide by Wong. Got him.
Wow, what a great show of range there. This ball looked like it might get through up the middle, but check out the sliding stop, and that's going to take him right into a good throwing position where he's able to get enough on the throw to get him out at first.
Standing in now, Addison Russell, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 out, nobody on. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey into the bleachers and out of here. A solo home run for Addison Russell. Second home run early in the year as they push this lead up to 9 now.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can, but that's what you get.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. It was a walk in his last trip. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Now the 2-1. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning. Greg Garcia will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 35.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. Here's Colton Wong now. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Sinkers in there. No balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
And that misses. 2-1.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Wong stands at first with 1 out. Grounded back up the middle. 1 there. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out. Ready once again, Tommy Pham. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Hit hard back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too mad.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeJong.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Cards strand a couple. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Matt Bowman gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. 1-1, here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The 1-2. Popped him up. Carpenter on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Number 8, second baseman, Ian Happ.
Digging in and looking for more, Ian Happ. Here's the first pitch to him. Back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading the Chicago roster. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Hit back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. On to Carpenter. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. Here's Matt Carpenter, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is a low changeup that's laid off.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Matt Carpenter was down for the first out in the 7th inning. First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Dribbled up the line. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. So 2 are gone now for Yadier Molina.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. Is offered at and missed for the first strike.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
The 2-2. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Therefore, it is Russell, and Addison makes the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're down 9. Here's Chris Bryant now. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Chris Bryant.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard to short. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
First baseman number 44. Anthony.
Ready for another shot now. Anthony Rizzo. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Nope. And a fastball just a bit high. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Talk about certain guys in the lineup that you want to be really careful with. This guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The 2-1. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. A chance here for the second baseman, Wong. Throw is low, and he can't get it to stick in the webbing.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his second home run. This was back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. One and one to Schwarber.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
The catcher, number 40.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. First pitch of the at-bat. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the blowout continues.
I'm cold in this booth, so I know those players have to be cold out there. But it doesn't matter to him. He still has enough power to knock it out of the park. To the opposite field, no less. Now that is some man strength.
Here's Addison Russell. Now this one's crushed. Left field line and foul, though it had the home run distance. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer up the middle. DeYoung gathers it in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this. Ready for another chance? Jose Martinez. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Marcell Ozuna will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Grounded back up the middle. LaStella fields it cleanly on to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Here's Colton Wong now, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Down go the Redbirds on a mere 4 pitches. John Brebbia enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Ready once again, Albert Almora. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. From the stretch. Sent toward first. And a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Digging in to try it again, Kyle Hendricks. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a liner, but foul. 1 out, nobody on. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Here's Tommy LaStella now, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Here's Ben Zobrist now as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. The 0-1 delivery. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Here's Dexter Fowler now, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Digging in and looking for more, Tommy Pham. Last time through was a base hit. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is what he's really going to have to bear down when you start going through that lineup the second and third time. You've kind of emptied the bucket out already, so he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches. This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
Paul DeJong comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Pham leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. To short. Russell's got it. On to first, and that means the Cardinals are down to their final out now. Here's Matt Carpenter. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
The 0-1 pitch. And this will be a called strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Hit back up the middle. LaStella has it. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
11-0 the final shutout total in this one. The Chicago Cubs Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. Jose Quintana is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, guys, this team is certainly coming together. Everyone, we were down there before the game. There's a fight at the bat rack right now. They won in huge blowout fashion yesterday, and they're looking to continue that offensive surge in this one.
Here's another 2-2. Really good at-bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, you know, you have to be really careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. He enters play hitting over 400 versus left-handed pitching, and obviously he's got a lefty out there today. I'm looking for a laser show, something exciting out of him, no doubt.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Tommy Pham, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Roll, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem is I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeJong. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest. Swing and a ground ball to third. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And he's safe.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Here's Jed Jerko now, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 1 home run and 3 driven in. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And it's 1-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his bat.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Cards strand a couple. It's the Cardinals nothing. Cubs coming to bat. You're watching. Michael Wacha will be towing the rubber for the Cardinals. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Michael Wacha, if he brings the straight changeup, that's his best pitch. Drafted in the first round out of Texas A&M University. Good fastball, not a great fastball. 92 to 95, more of a straight fastball. The curveball is good, but he's known for the straight changeup. If he brings that good changeup, he can shut anybody down.
And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane, and get out of here.
Now the 2-1. Line towards center field. Pham is right there, one down. And now time to check how Joe Maddon has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Kris Bryant. He's a special player, no doubt. But at home, get this, he's hitting over 400. I mean, he's swinging the bat. He's hitting everything. He's just a very special player playing at home in front of these fans.
Here's Kris Bryant now. His career line against Wacha. He's got 8 hits in 28 tries. He also has 1 home run.
0-1 the count.
Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Bryant makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Got him swinging on the fastball there. Kris Bryant becomes the second out of the bottom of the first. Here comes the first pitch.
No balls and a strike to count.
2 out. No. Nobody on. One and one, the count to the Cubs first baseman. So 1-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up. Here's Marcell Ozuna. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Now the payoff pitch home. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. At the plate, Jose Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Swing and a liner. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He went deep last night twice.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch on its way. And that one just missed outside. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Lifted the other way out to left center. Ozuna is under it. One down.
Batting fifth.
The next Cub up, Addison Russell, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning this season.
And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
The 3-0. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Russell over at second. Contreras at first, 1 gone. Changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and the inning will continue.
Batting eighth. Right fielder.
Here's Jason Hayward now. His career line against Waka. Just a 2 for 14 line, so advantage pitcher here. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Hayward stands in at an impressive 6'5", swings and throws left-handed. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
2 balls and a strike to count. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no... So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Michael Wacha. 9-1-2 due up. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there. But if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down. Maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
On the ground to second for Baez. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Second baseman number 16.
Colton Wong will stand in. He popped out in his first trip. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Just missing here, 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Chopped weakly to the left. Russell charging this one. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone where you're going to ground into a double play.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Dexter Fowler is out number 2 here in the 3rd inning. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here comes the 0-1. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Wong stands at second with 2 gone. Slapped hard the opposite way. Hayward will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals. Home. So in now for Chicago, Jose Quintana. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. And a good first pitch as he gets him to bounce one on the ground out towards second. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Striding in once again, Ian Happ, 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early. Then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
Not what you want to do on the mound. Go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Here's Chris Bryant now.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. The 2-1 home. Popped him up. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeJong. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. You execute a nice pitch down in the zone, think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first. Got to regroup.
And a fastball's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. DeYoung gets his lead at first. Nobody out. He's running. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Skied down the left field line. Schwarber giving chase, and that retires the side. Redbirds down quietly. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball one. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Swing and a little tapper. Now another 1-2. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch coming, here it is. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
Called strike 0-2. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he struck him out as well. So he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again. Addison Russell. He singled his last time up.
Russell.
First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there. Waka looks in, coming at him with the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Molina is there. And the inning is over. The next to bat for St. Louis. Jose Martinez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. In there, 1-1. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in... Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He threw a base on balls his first time up.
Wilson Contreras.
First offering on its way. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Here's Javier Baez. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Now the 1-0. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Baez rounds third and is digging for the plate. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Stepping in now, Jose Quintana, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Might get the take sign here until he sees a strike. He's not known to be a very good hitting pitcher.
Not very aggressive there as that's down the middle for strike 1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Wong is there. Throw on to first. 2 gone. And that will bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. Waka comes set. 0-1 on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 1-1. Misses off the plate.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
The 2-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Colton Wong. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out.
Right fielder.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop. He is out. Ready for another shot now. Tommy Pham. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
This is line to left, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Now batting.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Line to the right side, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, not a bad way to start the nightcap. 3 at-bats, 3 base hits, D-Row.
Yeah, the pressure falls off you after you go 1 for 1. 2 for 2, all smiles. 3 for 3, get the party started.
Jed Jerko is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. It seems like they're always finding.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Cards strand a couple. They still trail. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you could say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just a bit up. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. 2-0 count. Here it comes. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-1. Pulled toward right center field. Pham is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Digging in once again, Kyle Schwarber. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. He's set. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Relay to first in time, and just here's Marcell Ozuna. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Two and two to Marcell Ozuna. Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Ready once again, Jose Martinez. He's been a little unfortunate so far with a couple of hard-hit balls that have resulted in lineouts. Hit on the ground out to short. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. 3 go the Cardinals. It remains 1-0. Here's Addison Russell. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats.
The shortstop, Addison Russell.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Fowler has a read on it. 1 away. Ready for another chance. Wilson Contreras hit the ball pretty well in his last at bat, but it resulted in a line out. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Here's Wacha now, 2-0. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Count even at 2-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Fowler has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in and looking for more, Javier Baez. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Outside for a ball, 1-1. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still even at 2-2. Two and 2 now to Baez. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is... Greg Garcia will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 35, Greg Garcia.
Well, it's looked at for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. On the ground to second for Baez. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Outside and low, 3-0. Now the 3-0 offering is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. Bouncer down the line. But it gets fouled. No runs on 6 hits and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Another one sent foul. Hit back toward the mound. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Now batting, right fielder.
Striding in once again, Dexter Fowler. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Bullet back up the middle. Happ will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
Now batting.
Standing in, Tommy Pham. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Wong, the runner at first with 2 gone. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Cards leave 1. They trail this one 1-0.
Number 70, Tyler Lyons.
Albert Almora is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Here's a high pop-up. Martinez is there for it. 1 out. Cardinals are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. He was on point from the get-go this evening. And it appears as though we'll see a pinch hitter now as the switch hitter Ben Zobrist has grabbed the bat and moved into the on-deck circle. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. In head-to-head action against Tyler Lyons, he's 1 for 3. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order.
Hit out towards second. Throw gets him, 2 down. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. He's out. Albert Almora will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 5, Albert Almora.
Pedro Strop comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Baez has a play, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Third baseman, number 3.
Here's Jed Jerko now. His career line against Pedro Strop. He's 1 for 5. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Strop, a 6'1" right-hander. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Ready with the 1-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1-1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Cardinals down to their final strike here. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Chicago Cubs used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Jose Quintana earns his first win of the season. Michael Wacha is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Pedro Strop earns the save out of the bullpen, his 3rd of the campaign. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, click over to theshownation.com.